What is happening, everyone? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to Dragon Age 2. So last episode, we took care of Meryl's personal quest. We went to fight the Varteril and get her the Aveline home so she can try and fix her mirror. Well, as much as I don't agree with what she's doing, it's her Dalish artifact, so I'm not going to take that from her. The only thing we have left to do now is take care of the Offered and Lost for the Viscount. Now, he told us that a couple of the Arishok's missionaries, essentially, the envoys that came up here to the castle to speak with the Viscount on the Arishok's behalf, have gone missing. They never made it home. And he wants us to investigate, obviously, because tensions are getting pretty high here. He doesn't want that boiling over into full-scale war. He has the Qunari getting impatient. He has the Chantry Zealots and Loyalists trying to pop off and get a war started so they can kick him out the city. They're trying to portray this all as a threat to the faith. We have Sister Petrine. She's obviously trying to get that kick started too. We had the thing with the elf and the Sarcomech. It's all turning into a real big mess here, so we do want to get ahead of this if we can.
You have information about the missing Qunari?
I am to help you, yes. Viscount Dumas would appreciate
Not what I asked, but okay.
this matter. I would prefer that you were not involved at all, but that is neither here nor there.
You always have been my biggest fan, haven't you?
Has anyone reported this to the Qunari?
Maker, no. I'd be signing the messenger's death warrant.
You'd be
He'll find out
surprised.
soon enough, of course. And when he does, the Viscount is rightly concerned that the illusion of peace will dissolve.
Kind of makes me wonder whose side you're on, because the Arishok and people who believe in strength and honesty like that, they are actually more likely to be mad that you tried to hide it than be mad that you told them the truth. There's respect to be gained in honesty.
The Arishok is growing violent. He might want an excuse to end this peace.
I suspect that if the Arishok wanted to take over, he simply would. For all we fear that heretical Qun of his, its demands have done more to keep him in check than any of our efforts. Besides, would Qunari stoop to trickery? There is no precedent, but there is unfortunate evidence of influence on our side.
And that says a lot, right? Like he just said, if the Qunari wanted to take over Kirkwall, they just would. They have the manpower, they have the strength, they have the ability, they just haven't. They could if they wanted to, quite quickly. They just haven't decided to do that. And I think that's very telling. He's clearly not here for that.
It sounds like you don't want them found.
I must think of what is best for the Viscount's office. Bringing attention to such an incident benefits no one.
You would do nothing.
The Qunari are neutral hostiles at best. There is no relationship to salvage by overextending ourselves on their behalf.
Well, if you don't, Mr. Politician Man, you might find yourself overextended on the end of a Qunari blade. And that influence enough to overextend yourself. This political bureaucracy bullshit, right? He's like, well, they can't do anything for us, so fuck them. We'll just sit idly by and let it all burn. I hate politicians.
I'm having a hard time picturing the abduction of a Qunari entourage.
Unfortunately, they were not at their best. Their swords were tied into their sheaths, as I advised. It seemed a respectful compromise. Even I know you cannot separate a Qunari from his weapon.
So you had them defenseless, and then on their way out of here, before they had a chance to untie it, they were abducted. Weaponless. Nice. That is a rather unfortunate truth for your office, isn't it?
I'm sure you have suspicions about what happened.
My concerns are well-founded. This could not have escaped the notice of the city guard. Unless they were involved. Not coincidentally, a number of recent recruits have failed to report. You should start with one of them. Although where you find a swordsman so eager to sell his honor and duty, I'm sure I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure you wouldn't, right?
Hangman. Definitely.
Right. Then you know what to look for. I can't imagine this has occurred without notice. There is always a weak link.
You're too busy selling yourself for political positions. You wouldn't know anything about selling it for gold. They always think they're above it, people like that do what they do with the pen and bureaucracy and paper. They always think they're above the actual violence, even though the decisions that they make and the things they actively enact just leads to the same thing anyway, right? Like, let's go talk to the Arishok about all this. But He's no better than the guards that did it. He'll just sell you out with a dotted line instead of with a sword, but it's still, it ends in the same place. It's no different. Isabella, you won't come in here with me, will you? So let's dip you out for Varric real fast.
All are forbidden.
Now, we're the only one allowed in here. He's completely closed the gate to visitors except us.
What do you want, Hawk? I have no interest in adding to my distractions.
And yet you sent a delegate to the Viscount.
A brief attempt to educate. If the dwarf had stolen the Sarkamek, it could have been used to show the price of greed. But you know the outcome of that. These fools are determined to be wrong. I won't waste the effort again.
These fools are determined to be wrong. Right, well, honesty being the best policy, I think, in general. Let's inform him about this so it doesn't catch him off guard. Rather it come from us than one of his scouts, right?
A courtesy, Arishok. The delegate and his guards are missing.
Anyone else, and those words would have been their last. You are handling this, not your buffoon of a Viscount.
I am.
Then I will wait. But know this. The provocations we have suffered have worked. If this is not resolved, I can fulfill my duty to the Qun with far less annoyance by sifting through rubble.
You know, I think we're under enough pressure without the help.
Well, that certainly puts the stakes in perspective, doesn't it? He's basically just saying that enough is enough. I'm not gonna let y'all fuck with me anymore. I fix this or I will unfuck the whole city. Because, I mean, to him and his view of things through the Qun, right, this whole city is just a giant clusterfuck of nonsense and things people shouldn't be allowed to do. It's all wrong, and he's just sat idly by and allowed that because that's not what he's here for. But if you keep poking the bear, eventually it's gonna slash. And poking the bear is exactly what all these people are doing. Orwald the braggart.
A lot of coin for this place.
That's right, pal. Tonight I'm paid and blessed, and all I had to do was turn my head. To all my friends. Hey, step back. I know important people. We're gonna show this city what to do with Heed and Oxman.
So, someone paid you to take
How much of a brain do you?
I made a good wage for looking away while someone tamed a hornhead. So what? They said I should watch out for sympathizers. Traitors. You want something? Take it from me and my new friends. You're on your own, pal. That's loyalty for you. Come on.
You, of course he doesn't want to fight us. You know who I am. They all know who I am. You head of the bone pit? Head of the deep roads, perchance? There's a lot more here than you can handle, Orwald. Goodbye.
This isn't necessary, you know.
What? What do you want? I just did what he said. It was more coin than I've ever seen.
That's very good. Now just tell me who and where.
Templar. It was a Templar. I didn't get the name. We met near the Chantry. He said taking these Qunari was serving the Maker. I swear.
I think I know just the Templar he's talking about.
True is true.
Sir Varnell, I'm sure.
Great. A Templar.
With the Grand Cleric's seal. How's that for interesting?
Yeah, things are getting pretty spicy. I'm sure that's Petrice with Sir Varnell. I mean, the bowl cut little bitch has definitely to do with that. And it'll be my pleasure to take care of it, actually, so we'll report back on this.
So, a drunk says the Grand Cleric funded Zealots through a rogue Templar. This is enough evidence for you?
Enough evidence for me to have a conversation.
It's a careful chat about missing Qunari.
Hey, It's not like the Templars are going to like me no matter what I do.
The Grand Cleric, please. Tell her it concerns the Qunari.
Hawk.
Manipulative bitch.
Petrice.
Mother Petrice. Time has changed us both.
Oh, you're a mother now.
Grand Cleric Elfina cannot grant an audience to just anyone. What do you want?
Funny how you and issues with the Qunari seem to go together.
Funny indeed.
And you always assume their side. I was naive when last we met. I did not want you dead, but I felt a death was necessary. That may be too fine a point for you to understand, but you must admit, you came out the better for it.
A Templar may have misjudged an order and abused the Grand Cleric's authority.
I assure you, the Templars would never embarrass the Chantry, at risk of the Knight Commander's wrath.
Men were hired for the righteous task of kidnapping a Qunari delegate.
Yeah, I know all about
That
you.
says you knew. But does Her Grace?
The Grand Cleric trusts her stewards to enact the wishes of the Maker.
Well, you can't stop me from talking to her now, can you?
I'll speak to Her Grace another time. You will not always be here.
Stubborn. All right, Hawk. If you won't abandon this, let me offer you something.
I assure you, sweetheart, there's nothing that you have that I
Templar you
want.
seek is a radical who has grown unreliable. Confronting him may do us all a favor.
Cold as ice, isn't she?
He is what to you?
The
He
Varnell.
is my former bodyguard, Sir
Yep.
Varnell. Assume what you wish, but I offer him to you as reconciliation.
Just willing to throw him away just like
This
that, huh?
location. I invite you, Hawk. Come see the unrest these Qunari have inspired.
I invite you, Hawk, to walk into a trap.
Yeah, you caught you caught that, did you, Isabel? Now, interestingly enough,
Something troubling you?
I can do this.
Did you know someone used the authority of your name to instigate a crime against the Qunari?
The path to righteousness is never as straight and narrow as we wish. I truly hoped this would not go so far, but do not trouble yourself. I will step in when it's time.
Step in when it's time. Don't you think it's about that time now?
Are you intending to stay neutral about the Qunari and mages forever?
I'd say it's about time.
time
There's
is no
delegations
time.
going missing.
We
There's
do not need to
poison in the streets.
I'll have to remember that line the next time I'm late.
The Chantry is not a domineering father with the whip always in hand. She is a gentle mother who knows her children learn best when allowed to learn themselves.
And what if that education nukes the whole city? I don't like the Grand Cleric. She sits idly by while all of this goes to shit, and she knows about it all. You saw how she reacted to that. She already knew that somebody misused and abused her seal to do what she did. She just doesn't give a shit. Doesn't care about it. She's just willing to let all this play out because she thinks that they'll learn their lesson, I guess, by killing each other, I suppose. Doesn't make any sense to me, but...
Wonderful.
What's your step? It's done. Happy now?
Well, since I just saw that go down, let's walk your happy ass forward first, Isabel. Perhaps you'll run into a different one.
They are absent from the eyes of it. Like any beast, remove the fangs and it is lost. They are weak before the faithful of the Maker. The only certainty in their precious Qun is death before the righteous.
Sir Varnell!
Take a knee, faithful. The Chantry blesses us.
You claim a blessing when you have used the authority of the Grand Cleric so openly? You have brought wrath down upon you. You remember Sarah Hawk?
Easy me to clean up after yourself,
The
eh?
Qunari have friends, Templar. How will you answer their allegations?
So basically what's happening here is she realized that her little pet here left a paper trail, and now he has to go. Because that paper trail goes directly back to her, and she'd rather watch her ass than be loyal to literally anybody but herself. I mean, she claims that this is all for Eternity and the Chantry and the Makeup, but it's just for her. She probably has designs on being Grand Cleric one day. Obviously, I don't want him to kill the Qunari, so let's fight.
You want a fight? Face someone whose weapons are not bound.
Templars are cowards. They only pick on those whose lives they already hold in their hands.
Righteous! Destroy them!
Good luck with that, Bono. Let's educate the masses. I mean, maybe it's technically it's my fault for not paying attention. I was way too caught up with the rest, but still. It's always dead, isn't it? And look at all this. The never-ending spawns. Attention to this now that I lost Anders. Buffs up. No stamina drought, so we're gonna get very sleepy during this fight. We should be okay. Should still have a bad day regardless. Yeah, stamina bar is totally completely empty. But we should be able to just auto attack him down. I don't think he's gonna spawn any more men.
All right. Time to bring this mess to the Viscount's attention.
But there was so much loot on the floor.
Madness! Madness!
Yes, Excellency.
Chantry involvement. Even if they are fringe elements. Oh, it could not be worse.
And you're in charge of the shit show.
You could suddenly realize you're completely naked or something.
Always look on the bright side, Isabel.
You killed them? All of them?
A mother serving the Grand Cleric allowed this to happen.
Indeed.
Are you quite sure? She held a blade with them? Told them to fight you?
Well, she wouldn't be that stupid,
No,
would she?
I cannot say that.
Of course not. Blasted mother. You have no idea the storm these allegations would cause. It would destroy what support I do have.
I have had trouble with her before. She is slippery.
I understand. I will make my inquiries. Gently. And you should be careful in your associations. For now, we have other problems.
I'm as careful as
We have
allowed.
the delegate, but I can't return the bodies to the Qunari in this state. Sirrah Hawk, you know the Arishok. What should I do?
Burn them to hide the torture is absurd. You have to be honest with the Arishok. Everything he cares about is all about respect and dignity and forthrightness. Do not hide it. He'll know. If you hide it, he's gonna figure it out anyway, and it's all gonna be a giant shit show for you.
Hiding this would only make it worse.
Correct.
It would, wouldn't it? I'm losing my sense of how to balance this nightmare. I appreciate your help in this matter. As bad as this is, it could have been much worse without you. Kirkwall owes you. I owe you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I just didn't get here earlier. I could have maybe taken care of some of that. I'm kinda sad that we didn't get to save those delegates. I mean, the first one got his throat slit, so not much we can do about that there, but the others is a real big shame. There's an Avarad right here too. The Arishok is gonna be fucking pissed about that, but we're gonna go talk to him because somebody needs to. Somebody needs to speak to him about that. So we have demands of the Qun and all that remains. So we gotta go to the Hawk Estate. This is for Aveline, so we still got plenty of time right here in this episode. So let's go talk to the Arishok, and then let's go turn that shield into Aveline, and we'll see where we stand after. But the Arishok is going to be pissed about this. Rightly so. I mean, he sent a political delegation to negotiate, and they got tortured to death. Especially when you know what he believes about Kirkwall and where he thinks everybody can shove it. It's not good news.
So you could not rescue my delegate, but you killed those responsible. How do you explain the condition of their bodies?
The abuse of Zealots. Say what it is.
Used them to incite others of his kind.
I accept that.
I expected worse.
I have seen every vice and weakness of your kind, and how few of you take responsibility. Your Viscount remains a fool, but you are not. Panahedan, Hawk. I will keep one good thought about your kind.
And there is the achievement, a worthy rival. We have gained the Arishok's respect.
Go, Hawk. Another time.
For as much as these tensions are about to implode the whole city, we at least have an open line of communication with him. He's willing to give us the time of day. And if the only one redeeming quality he has of humanity is us, then at least there is one, right? Maybe there's some wiggle room that, I don't know, spares somebody's life somewhere down the road. But I would honestly, even without going for that achievement, I would make the decisions that I have made anyways. You can't try to hide things like that. Because if you do, he's gonna know anyway. And he's obviously gonna search the bodies. He's obviously gonna have them thoroughly examined. And then he sees not only that they were tortured, but then that we burnt them to try and hide the torture. The Arishok has eyes everywhere in the city, and he would no doubt know that before we even had the idea to hide it, so...
I have something for you.
Do you now?
And then you have two problems. Instead of just his people being tortured, now we're also snakes for trying to hide it. It's taken one problem and split it into two, whereas now we just have the one problem.
Thank you.
Just throw it on the floor.
I'm sorry. I don't see where I went wrong.
I had a shield. It belonged to Wesley. It was difficult to let it go, but I did so. Utility over sentiment, right? We sold it, didn't we?
No.
You're taking this a
bit
bit
didn't.
serious.
It's in my storage chest. We didn't sell it.
You didn't think this would upset me. What was your intent?
Hey, game, I didn't sell it. It's in my storage chest.
If you're still aching for your husband, you may want to inform Donnick.
Ooh.
We've had that talk. This isn't about Wesley. You've got me doing a lot of things. Some I don't agree with. Some I'm surprised I do. I'm not sure where I'm going as it is. Replacing what I was with this... I mean, who is Sir Aveline to me?
It seems odd you don't feel a kinship. You don't feel the name fits you.
I didn't choose my name. Aveline was a wish my father made. I am similar to what he pictured, but that's because of what I try to be, not what I assume I should. Sir Aveline was a fine figure, but I don't revere failure, however glorious.
That's a harsh take on the Sir Aveline story.
I thought of you when I found it. Maybe that was foolish.
I can appreciate that.
Then accept it on those merits. Nothing more.
It is a fine shield. You do know that Orlesian Smith slapped Sir Aveline's name on every second piece of armor. This didn't really belong to her.
It does now.
I think that's a great way to end that commentary. It does now. Well, she seems like she has some stuff going on. Let's chat to her.
It's a fine suit.
The finest.
Break it down, distribute it.
The Viscount requires parade armor for his inspections.
Then stuff it and mount it where he can see it. I wear the uniform of the Guard.
His Excellency will not be pleased.
His Excellency can mount it.
That's good. She doesn't want to look pomp and ceremonious. She's one of the Guard, one of the staff.
You don't know the half of it.
That's good.
And why don't
She
you,
belongs on the front lines with her people.
Why aren't you tail deep
Not
in
pushing
the problems of
pencils.
this city? Sure, you do good, but petition a title, take a job. The Guard is always looking.
I do more for this city than I could ever do as a Guard, Aveline. You know that full well.
That's a bit harsh, given my record.
Maybe I'm just sick of being the first stop for complaints about people like you.
People like me.
Bran's on about fortune hunters, mercenaries, disreputable professions without purpose. He's a clod, but sometimes... well, it might be good if the city was a little more stable.
Come on now. You really prefer the troublemakers stay home?
All right. So maybe I don't want to be completely put out of business. And I don't even really mean you. But some people, they go on without regard and then act surprised when someone starts a circle. There are warning signs, you know. It's worth saying.
Well, my friend, this city is full of warning signs, and everybody seems to be ignoring them but me. So I'll take your speech there under advisement on taking a title on a job. See, if I had a title on a job, I wouldn't have been able to do any of the things that I've done so far in the game, because we would have been having bureaucracy and pencils shoved so far up our ass, we'd never have time to do any of it. So, the next thing we have is All That Remains, but I would much prefer to give this its own episode, given what we're going to get into during this quest, so I think I'll split it here, and then give this its own thing. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, please do check out my Patreon, linked in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned, and I'll see you soon with more Dragon Age 2. Take care, everybody. Have a good day. Peace.